AC generator or alternator. So AC generators are called as alternator because AC generators are producing alternating voltages or alternating current. So it is called as alternator. So AC generator means it converts rotational energy to electrical energy. That means mechanical energy converted to electrical energy. So in large generators, a stationary field alternator with a rotating armature is shown. The armature has an induced voltage which is connected through slip rings or brushes to the load. So while rotating the coil, or the simply called as armature, total coil is called as armature, the collected EMF is connected to the load through slip rings or brushes. In small alternators may use a permanent magnet as shown here. North pole and south pole, in between conductors are rotating. In large alternators use field coils to produce the magnetic flux. Instead of permanent magnet, we can use solenoids. That means we are connecting DC source to the coil which converted to magnetic field. So in large alternators use field coils to produce the magnetic flux. So in this figure, the conductor's positions are given: position A, position B, position C and position D. So complete one round means 360 degree. So A to B 90 degree, B to C again 90 degree, so total 180 degree, again C to D 90 degree, again D to A 90 degree, so total 360 degree for one rotation. So at position A, the conductor and the magnetic fields are parallel, so there is no EMF, so 0 voltage. Again the conductor position moves to A position to B means it slowly cuts the magnetic field. At the position B, the conductor and magnetic fields are perpendicular each other, so maximum EMF is produced. So at position A 0 voltage, at position B maximum voltage is produced. So again at position C, whenever conductor reaches position C, again parallel each other, magnetic field and the conductors are parallel each other, so there is no cut of flux, so 0 voltage. So A, B, C, A also 0, C also 0, in between B is under north pole, maximum positive voltage is induced. Again position D, the conductor moves to under the south pole. Position C to D, the conductor gets magnetic field increasingly. At the position D, again flux and the conductor perpendicular each other, so maximum EMF is induced. But compared to position B, it is opposite to the direction. Already generated B is positive, we are taking as a positive. Now we are taking as a, at the position D it is negative, so negative peak value is produced. So A, B, C, D, A and C is 0 position, again B and D is positive maximum and negative maximum position. So sinusoidal voltages are produced by generator or alternators. When a conductor rotates in a constant magnetic field, a sinusoidal wave is generated. Why it is called a sinusoidal wave means every position of the rotation, the value of induced EMF is depends on sinusoidal angle. We are discussing later the generation of or derivation of the voltage. We will get the sine values of every instant of the rotation. We will get the voltage which is depends upon the sine function of the rotation. The rotation I told total 360 degree. At 0 how much voltage produces, at 90 degree how much voltage produces, at 180 degree how much voltage degree, in between the degrees also how much voltage is produces, we can calculate by using sine function. At sine 0 is 0 and sine 90 is a maximum value, that means 1, sine 90 means 1, and sine 180 is 0, sine 270 is minus 1, again sine 360 is 0, like that. so that whenever any voltage is produces, it depends upon the sine function, so that everywhere we can find the instantaneous or at the particular value of the conductor based on the sine function, so that we are called as it is sine wave. Later we will discuss again the sine function. So in this figure all the positions are shown again: A position, B position, C and D position. At A and C 0, conductor and the flux are parallel each other, A and C position, so 0. And B and D, at B under the north pole we are taking as positive, and D under south pole we are taking as negative. And again the rotation is again continuous, again D after it is A, again B, again C, again D, it is continuous. So in this figure again the total 360 degree is divided by 45 like that. So 0 degree, 45 degree, 90 degree, 135 degree, 180 degree, 225 degree, 270 degree, 315 degree and 360 degree. One rotation is completed. So when conductor moves anti-clockwise direction, at 0 degree 0 value, at reaches 45 the B position, in the waveform B position it shows some value. Again C position it gets a maximum value. Again D position and the B position, the magnetic flux cuts the conductors are same, so same magnitude of EMF is produced. One is rising position and one is downing position. Again position E means 180 degree, again flux and conductors are parallel each other, again 0 voltage is induced. Again E to F means again opposite direction, and the position of B, D, E and B, D, F and H, 4 positions B, D, F and H, that means 45 degree, 135 degree, 225 degree and 315 degree. All the case the amount of flux cuts the conductors are same, because in the rotation all are in the same position, but B and D are in positive direction and F and H under south pole, so negative. So in complete round A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, again A. So A is 0, B has some value, C is maximum, again D same to B, again E means 0, F means same as D value but opposite, again G means maximum, opposite direction negative, again H same as value same as F position, again H to A it reaches 0. So one complete one rotation means 360 degree. In the 360 degree 0 maximum value, 0 maximum value, 0. So the positive waveform 0 to 180 degree and 180 to 360 degree, the wave shape is same. So positive half cycle or positive values are exactly equal to negative values, but only opposite direction. So totally positive part and the negative part we are called as sine wave. Positive, how much positive value we are getting, the same opposite direction negative values are also obtained. The shape of the positive side and the shape of the negative side is identical. So in this figure again we are discussing clockwise direction. So maximum value, again opposite value. So first position parallel, second position perpendicular each other, again after means again parallel, again negative perpendicular, negative reverse or maximum negative current, and the one turn, completed one turn means again it is parallel. So coil position is parallel, perpendicular, parallel, perpendicular, parallel. In the parallel position 0, exactly perpendicular position maximum value, in between depends upon the sine function, it is gives a value. AC generator alternator already we discussed. by increasing the number of poles means north pole, south pole, number of poles, the number of cycles per revolution is increased. A 4-pole generator will produce 2 complete cycles in each revolution. Earlier case, one rotation means it produces positive and negative values. This positive and negative identical, this much value we are called as one cycle. So one pair of north pole and south pole produces one cycle. In this case, 2 pair of poles. So 2 pair of poles means it produces 2 cycle. So while taking north pole, south pole is arranged. So whenever coil moves north pole to south pole, a positive peak and negative peak will get. Again south pole to north pole means again positive peak, again negative peak. So at one rotation we will get 4 poles, north south. That means one rotation 2 times of positive values and 2 times of negative values. So completely 2 cycles. So positive negative. So one rotation 2 cycles will get. Earlier 2 poles, one rotation means one cycle. Here 4 poles, one rotation means 2 cycles will get. In half rotation we will get 1 cycle. One complete rotation we will get 2 cycles. Now alternating voltage and current. So in the generator or alternator, alternating voltage or EMF is generating. While connecting the generator voltage or EMF to the load, the current also produced. Whenever voltage is maximum, the current also maximum. So voltage decreases, current also decreases. Voltage 0 means current also 0. So current and voltage waveforms are same. Sine wave. The sinusoidal waveform is a fundamental alternating current and alternating voltage waveform. In this figure, one cycle of waveform is shown with respect to time. The magnitude, the y-axis is shown as current or voltage values, and the x-axis depends on time, or the time we can convert it into angle also. Here we taken time, we can mark the x-axis with respect to angle also. So one rotation, how much time required or how much angle. So x-axis we can take in time or in terms of angle also. So positive maximum, negative maximum is given. So electrical sine waves are named from the mathematical function with their same shape. So this shape is obtained the sine function, so that the waveform is called as sinusoidal waveform. So in this figure we can mark the maximum voltage and the negative maximum voltage how much. In this example, the maximum value is 20 voltages. So maximum value, or it is called as peak value or amplitude. 3 names are there: maximum value, peak value or amplitude. Any one name we can write. So it is a maximum value. So maximum value is occurring 2 times. One is positive side and another one is negative side. But magnitude is same, only the sign is different. One is positive, one is negative. But generally we are telling positive side maximum value. Suppose for a problem the maximum value is 20 volt is given, means the positive side maximum value is 20. Clear? It is whenever the negative also same but minus 20. Minus 20 is a negative peak, positive peak is positive 20 voltage. Here time period for one cycle, it required 50 microsecond. That means suppose a 2-pole alternator, for one rotation. For 360-degree movement, it required 50 microsecond to complete one rotation. Maximum or peak or amplitude. So there are several ways to specify the voltage of a sinusoidal voltage waveform. The amplitude of a sine wave is also called as peak value, abbreviated as Vp for a voltage waveform. So peak voltage or maximum voltage or amplitude Vp, in this example it is 20 volt. Peak to peak value. Here peak to peak means positive peak to negative peak value. So just magnitude is required. So positive 20 to negative 20. The magnitude is positive 20 and negative 20, total 40. Here positive peak to negative peak, the total difference is 40 voltage. 40 volt is a peak to peak voltage. In this example 40 is a value. In the peak to peak value, we are not giving any sign positive or negative. It is a difference between one point to another point in terms of voltage. So total 20 in positive side and 20 in negative side. So total difference is 40 volt. Time period. It is a duration of time required for the quantity to complete one cycle. It is denoted as capital T. The period of sine wave can be measured between any two corresponding points on the waveform. So time period we can measure from 0 to 0. That means it consists one positive up cycle and negative up cycle. So 0 to 0 time period. Or we can say negative peak to negative peak also time period, because negative half position of negative, here also negative half position. So total position of negative and one total position of positive value. So total time period. Or positive peak to positive peak also time period. Half of positive peak values, positive side values, and one complete negative. So totally one time period. Note, the amplitude of sine wave is only measured from the center to the maximum point. It is a total one waveform. Here 0 to 0 time period, or negative peak to negative peak time period, or positive peak to positive peak time period, or 0 to again another 0 also time period. Frequency. Frequency is a number of cycles that a sine wave completes in 1 second. Frequency is measured in hertz. So number of cycles, one positive and one negative portion is one cycle. So number of cycles completes in 1 second means that is a frequency. For here one example is given. In 1 second the rotation is very fast. 1 second 3 cycles are produced. So it has 3 hertz. For 1 second 3 hertz, 3 cycles produced. So number of cycles per second is a frequency. So time period and frequency are reciprocal each other. So if you know the time period, then the frequency equal to 1 by time period. So if you know the frequency, we can calculate time period. So T equal to 1 by F. Here one example is given. If the period is 20 millisecond, the time period is 20 millisecond, the frequency is, so frequency is this 1 by time period. So 1 by 20 millisecond, 1 by 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. Milli means 10 to the power minus 3. That means 50. We will get the answer is 50 hertz. Frequency is 50 hertz. Our KCB supply or India follows 50 hertz supply. So the time period of our supply is 20 millisecond. In 20 millisecond, one positive off and one negative off is occurring. So it is very small time, so that we can't imagine the on off of the lamps. So positive again 0, negative again 0, the 0 positions will comes very 10 millisecond, the 0 positions will come. So we can see the glowing bulb only, not the offing position. Frequency with respect to our alternating rotation. Frequency we know the cycles into speed. How much cycles produced in a given speed. The cycles already we discussed, the cycles, number of cycles is produced. One cycle means one pair of poles are required. So 2 pair of poles means 2 cycles produced. So how much poles are there, divided by 2 means that much cycles will get. And the speed is n rpm, rotation per minute is given. So n rpm means rotation per minute. So we are converting the rotation per minute by second. So dividing by 60 means rotation in second, we will get in second. So number of cycles per second. So P into n divided by 2 into 60 means 120. P is the number of poles in the alternator. N is the rotating speed of the rotor in the coil, and the divided by 120 we will get the frequency. So number of poles and the rotating speed divided by 120 gives the frequency of that alternator. So alternator has a different poles and different speed, that means it produces different frequency supply. Angular frequency or angular velocity. So we already discussed the rotation of coil is 360 degree for one rotation, and we are taking the same for one rotation how much time is taken, it also time period also taking. So now we are relating both each other. The values of a sine wave repeat every is a 2 pi radian or 360 degrees. One complete cycle is traced out. The velocity of rotation is called angular velocity. Here the coils are rotating. On the large motors or large alternators, fields are rotating, but in circular form. So it is rotating in a circle, so it is called as angular velocity. The rotating speed is called as angular velocity, denoted as omega. Omega is abbreviated. Its unit is rad per second. So angle can measure in degrees or radian. So we can use radian or in degree, or we can use conversion for rad to degree or radian to degree also. So here angular velocity always denoted in radian per second. So angular velocity omega equal to 2 pi f, 2 into pi into frequency, or we know that frequency equal to 1 by time period, or omega equal to 2 by 1 by capital T. The last line, theta equal to omega t. Theta means the angle, the rotating angle. Rotating angle equal to the velocity into the time taken. Omega into t means the how much angle is obtained. We can calculate very easily. Theta angle equal to angular velocity into time taken. So theta angle theta equal to omega t, angular velocity into time taken to reach that much position. It's not time period, the time taken to rotate. To get the theta value, how much time is taken for a given angular velocity omega. So theta equal to omega small t. This is a conversion of time to theta. Phase angle theta. So earlier we discussed with respect to angle, later we discussed in time also. So now we know that the time and angle is related. Theta equal to angle theta equal to omega t, angular velocity omega into the time taken t. The sine wave can be represented by angle of rotation of conductor. It is the equivalent of phase expressed in radians or degrees. The maximum value of sinusoidal quantity occurs at an angle of 90 degrees. So in this figure, 0 means 0 degree, again 1 rotation means 1 cycle, 0 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree. In 0 and 180 degree it reaches 0, again 360 it reaches 0, and 90 degree and 270 degree it gives maximum positive value and maximum negative value at the midpoint of 0 to 90. So 45 degree it gives some value with respect to sine function. Again 90 degree, sine 90 is some 1, so maximum value. Again sine 135 it gives some value, sine 180 again 0, sine 225 some negative value, sine 270 minus 1, again sine 315 minus value, sine 360 or sine 0 0 value. So each rotation it gives one cycle with respect to angle. The angle also converted into how much time taken to rotation with respect to angular velocity omega. So we can write directly theta angle, how much angle, or angular velocity into the time taken, that also angle. Angular measurement. Angular measurements can be made in degree or radians. The radian, rad, is the angle that is formed when the arc is equal to the radius of the circle. There are 360 or 2 pi radians in one complete revolution. So we know that the comparison between radian and the degree, 180 means pi radians. So 360 means 2 into 180, so 2 pi radians. It's a conversion. If we know the degree, we can convert into radian. If we know the radian, we can convert into degree. We will discuss again this one whenever we are doing some problem.